Hi there, this is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films, and welcome to part 15 of my Claude Chabrol series. And we're taking a 10-year break from the last film, Innocent with Dirty Hands, and we're going to have a quick chat about Copu Van from 1985, or Poulet et Vinaigre, or Chicken and Vinegar, which does seem like a strange title. I suppose it's a bit of a potboiler. This is available on DVD only, like quite a lot of Chabrol films, and this is the Arrow Academy DVD set volume 2. And that's actually a still from the film. So this film stars Stéphane Audran, who was Chabrol's wife, who starred in 23 of his films. It also stars regular Michel Bouquet and Henri Attal and Dominique Zardi, who have been in small roles from Chabrol's first film. No, maybe not his first film, not La Cousine or Le Beau Serge. Maybe his third film they've appeared in small roles. And this is Chabrol back with a kind of lighter touch, but it's actually a little bit darker under the surface. It tells the story of a small town and the people involved in a land deal that are trying to get Stéphane Audran and her son, who works in the post office, out of their house. They're trying to buy them off so they can use the land, and it has turned quite nasty. In their basement they have like a big board of all the people involved, because the son works in the post office. They kind of open everybody's mail, they steam open everybody's mail, so they can kind of keep abreast of what's going on and what their plans are. So it kind of has a lighter touch to it, but then accidents start happening, deaths and disappearances start happening, and an inspector from the city turns up, played by Jean Pourret, who looks a lot like Laurence Olivier, and he's playing Inspector Lavardin, who would actually get a sequel a year later, just called Inspector Lavardin, or Lavardine, not quite sure how to pronounce it. And there would also be a TV show featuring the Inspector. He is a bit of a card. He tells the guy in the local bar that he's had 2 eggs every day of his life for breakfast, so he's had about 30,000 eggs in his life. He likes paprika on them. He is a bit hard and fast with the law. He gets a bit violent. He waterboards people. He beats people up. All this kind of outwardly politeness, but he's actually quite violent. There's a whole subplot. Stéphane Audran's character is in a wheelchair. Her husband's died, so her son is the only person she has for company and support, and she's paranoid that he's got a girlfriend and he's going to leave her, and she'll go to extreme measures to stop him leaving her. It's another one of Chabrol's kind of on the outside the sunshine, but deep down there's a bit of darkness. There's, as usual, some really nice set pieces from Chabrol. As far as what happens to bodies, there is the usual Chabrol obsessions with kind of voyeurism. People are constantly looking through windows, through binoculars. The opening title sequence is through a camera lens as somebody's walking around a party of the posh people who are trying to get Stefan Nadran and her son out. So even through the titles, it's somebody through a camera lens taking pictures. So there's always that voyeuristic nature through Chabrol's work. There's the satire of the bourgeoisie that always runs through Chabrol's work. So there's a butcher, I was going to say a baker and a candlestick maker, but there's not. There's a butcher, a lawyer, a doctor. They're all kind of got their dark secrets. They're all kind of having affairs, and so it's another example of the rich and the powerful trying to exert their own power over poor Stefan Nadran, who gives another wonderful performance. Everybody's having a blast. It actually flies by. It's about 110 minutes, something like that, but it doesn't actually seem that, because it's so kind of light and airy. It does kind of fly by. It's a lot of fun, but there is, like I say, little moments of darkness that kind of make the recipe has a little kick to it. Yeah, it's well worth checking out. I mean, those 2 Arrow Academy sets, if you can actually find them, until somebody releases a Blu-ray collection of Claude Chabrol, or all 23 films with Stefan Nadran in a Blu-ray set, that would be quite good. But again, very much like the Saijit Ray series, I'm going to repeat myself. Chabrol does deserve a bit more attention, and his films deserve a bit of a high definition upgrade. Yeah, it's well worth your time. One of his more fun ones, after he did have a couple of ones in the 70s, like Plaisir Partie and obviously Innocence with Dirty Hands, are a bit grim. This one's a bit more upbeat, despite the murder and disappearances and deaths. So thanks very much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you have seen Kopovan, or if you know why it was called Chicken and Vinegar. And hopefully we'll see you again for the next episode of Claude Chabrol. This is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films, saying farewell.